Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back after a year and a half absence of going back to school and taking a break from stop motion videos, figure reviews, and all that jazz. I'm finally back, and what better way to kick things off than with a collection update video? So, first things first, there's two cabinets now, not just one. Deals at IKEA. Get on them. Anyways, this is going to be, like I said, a collection update video for 2016 so far. Have a couple figures coming on the way, but most of the collection here is like Marvel Legends, Marvel Select, a couple Figuarts stuff, but let's get underway here. So first shelf here is the Figuarts Dragon Ball Z figures. I got most of the older characters, as you can see, with the exception of a few. I don't know if I'm going to pick up, the Dragon Ball Super characters yet, because I don't know how I feel about them. And they're a hefty price, too. But I'm working on throwing in some lighting in here to kind of like jazz things up a bit. And I think it works out pretty well, except with the, especially with the effects parts here. And I kind of want to get more of the effects parts from Tamashii Nations, the company that makes these things. Because they work really well, and I think that the paint quality is pretty good on these stuff. But this is my current setup here. I'm working on some new ideas. Like I said, if I get more effect parts, then I will change the setup. But for now, that is the setup for that shelf. Moving on to floor number 2. Or floor number, what would this be, 1, 2, 3, 4 if you're counting from the ground up, is probably my most favorite shelf in this cabinet, the Spider-Man shelf. I think I have every villain every villain that's created in figure form, except for Hydro Man, Mysterio, and Vulture, which I'm hoping that Hasbro makes a couple new ones of those guys because they're kind of hard to get. I don't like going through eBay. And you'll note that I have a couple Marvel Selects in here because I'm kind of like a scale guy. So like, for example, I'm not going to put like a lizard or like a rhino in here that is the same size as like Shocker or like Black Cat because that's not how they look in the comics. They're huge guys. So that's why I have Marvel Selects mixed in here with the Legends. And I think they work out pretty well for the most part. I do have the Marvel Legends or Spider-Man Classics Venom down here flipping people off. But I think that the Marvel Select Venom looks a lot better, and more refined and less like crazy tongue-like, even though he does come with a head with a tongue. If you don't have a Venom figure and you want one, I highly recommend picking that up before it for some reason goes out of production and the price raises. But what I was trying to do with this here is just have all the villains in the back and kind of like a, what do you call this? Like a landscape? Not a landscape, but like a collage of some sorts. I don't know what word I'm looking for here, but hopefully you guys know what I'm trying to say. I thought it'd be cool to have the different kind of like, well, wow, I can't really speak this more. I just had coffee too. The different incarnations of Spider-Man in the front here, so the different suits. I got like Spider-Man 2099, Black Suit, Comic Book, and Scarlet Spider. So I'm pretty much missing the Iron Spider, which I thought Hasbro would have put out after Civil War because, Iron Man gives Spider-Man a suit, which is the Iron Spider suit, but I understand where they went with that movie, so they didn't make him the Iron Spider. Aside from that, I am trying to get the black suited Spider-Man from the Red Help Build-A-Figure wave. Pretty old figure. I think it looks a lot better, the paint detail and stuff like that. Less articulation than this guy. But he's like $70 on eBay, and I don't want to drop that amount of money on a figure that doesn't have, it has worse articulation than any of these. So, yeah. More villains back there. Recently got Chameleon. Nice find. And I got Marvel Select Anti-Venom chilling in the corner here. There is going to be a new Hobgoblin, I have heard, from the Spider-Man wave this year. But I'm not going to get that because I think this guy does the job really well. So, yeah. Moving on to floor number 3. It doesn't matter if you go from the ground up or from the top down. This is floor 3. I call this my Nintendo shelf. Got a couple of Pokemon going on here. Full evolutionary line. Points for that. And the OG games themselves, Red, Blue, and Yellow. I don't have a case for that one. I'm trying to find one. I know I have one somewhere. Working on getting Squirrel and, Bulbasaur. And, yeah, I got a couple of Nintendo figures back here. I realize my Diddy Kong is, like, hella out of scale with the Donkey Kong. But I'm hoping that SH Figuarts makes a Donkey Kong because they have made a Yoshi and Bowser, which I don't have. And I don't know if I'm going to pick them up because, I'm not huge fans of them. And I think these guys work really well for the amount of fanship I give towards those characters. But I would pick out Donkey Kong because I grew up playing, the Super Nintendo versions of Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. So I got a special place for that. Moving on to the next one here, as I'm going to let some natural lighting in here. I recently moved my cabinets to this dark corner in this room because they were getting sun, and I didn't want sun damage to screw them up, basically. So anyways, yeah, this is my Avengers shelf, and I don't know why I call it that, because it's pretty much every other good guy from Marvel that is not in Spider-Man. I really wish I had another cabinet and some more characters from like Punisher and Ghost Rider, because I like those characters, and there's Blade too, Wesley Snipes there. I hope they make it. Let me see if I can get some better lighting there. I hope they make another Blade movie, because those movies are pretty well done. Not like the Fantastic Four movies that keep coming out that are weird. But yeah, there he is there, shining some light on there. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this setup. Missing a few characters, obviously. I'm waiting on Ant-Man and Wasp in the mail. I don't think I would have got them, but I got them because I want to build the Ultron Build-A-Figure, which isn't the best, from my understanding, but I still do need the character. So it'd also be cool to get like a Figma or Figuarts Iron Man, because they come with a lot of accessories, they're not too expensive, and the paint actually looks metallic. So it'd be really good to use for stop motion videos and whatnot. And then the last shelf in this cabinet, but not the least, is the X-Men shelf. And I am missing a lot of characters here. So let's drop up to let some light in. I'm happy with the ones I do have, though. I'm happy I picked up this lot right here. As you can see, I'm shining light on them from eBay a couple years ago for a good price, because for now, the prices are skyrocketing, and I don't think I'd be able to afford getting that same lot I got a couple years ago if they were priced the way the figures are priced now. But yeah, I'm missing people like Nightcrawler, I'm missing Rogue, Phoenix, who else am I missing? I know this, Colossus. But I'm probably going to pick up the Marvel Select Colossus, even though he is a lot bigger than these guys. But I think that for the price point and the amount of detail you get with that figure, it'll work quite nicely. I know I'm forgetting someone. Oh, Apocalypse. For now, I'm using this thing I had since I was I want to say 7 years old. I mean, it's obviously not a well-articulated figure, but I think it looks, for one, if you've seen X-Men Apocalypse, it looks way better than he does. This is a side note here. The Apocalypse in that movie reminded me of like an elephant seal and a turtle combined. I don't know. But anyways, this is my Apocalypse for now. I'm working on getting the Build-A-Figure, but I hope, and I've heard that Hasbro is working on releasing a new Build-A-Figure Apocalypse based off of the Onslaught body mold that has been released this year. And yeah, I want to get a couple other X-Men villains, because I only have Mystique, Magneto, Scarlet Witch, Sabretooth, Juggernaut, and Mr. Sinister leaning against the glass there because he's hungover. But anyways, on to the next cabinet. From the ground up, this is just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff here. Used to be a really big Venom figure collector. Now I'm just happy with the Select one and the Spider-Man Classics one. So I have an Icons one here. It is for sale or trade, so make an offer if you want. I also got the Marvel Select Ultimate Venom with the logo down there and the Peter Parker base. And a few other Build-A-Figure parts. I do still have an unopened Marvel Select Ultimate Venom, who still is for sale. So PM me any offers. Moving on to the next shelf here. We got my random stuff here. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I do like, red lightsabers, so I collect the characters that have red lightsabers, except I didn't get that Kylo Ren guy from the last movie because he had daddy issues, and I don't really like the character at all. And I was going to get into Monster Arts for a while, so I picked up the original Godzilla 2000 because he has cool spikes, and King Kong because I didn't know who else to make him fight if I was only going to get one monster but King Kong. And everyone knows King Kong. He's holding some lady there. I don't know who it is, but yeah. Next shelf is a shelf I really want to work on in addition to the X-Men shelf, is the Marvel Villains shelf. You can see I swapped out Red Skull's head with the Onslaught Build-A-Figures head from this year. Picked up Grim Reaper and Taskmaster and Tiger Shark this year as well. And yeah, I want to add Ultron, who I'm currently working on. I want to add Doctor Doom from the, what do they call it? Not the old kind of beat up looking ones, but the ones, I think it was from the Ronin Build-A-Figure wave. That one. I want to add people like, why can't I remember anyone now? Oh, Loki, Dormammu, those kinds of guys. I want to have them all on this shelf. I think it would be pretty cool. And last but not least is the Batman shelf. You'll note this is the only DC Comics characters I got. Let's flip the switch on for this light here. And that's because I'm not a huge fan of DC Comics. I'm going to get some backlash for that. But Batman is the one character I do like from DC Comics just because he's unique, I guess. And I did have a Harley Quinn to go with this Joker, but I recently gave that away. But I'll look towards getting another one soon. I had the Arkham Asylum one with her in the nurse's outfit, so I wasn't too crazy about that one anyways. But yeah, I'm thinking about moving this shelf, well, not this shelf, these figures down there for now, and moving the X-Men up here for the time being, just because I have that many more characters on that shelf. Oh, I forgot to mention too, I have a whole bunch of like Transformers movies figures here too. I was into that for a while because I thought the cars looked cool, but not so much anymore. More of a Beast Wars guy, and I've got a whole bunch of those figures too, so maybe I'll set those up in display. But yeah, that was my collection video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I also got some other stuff up there, and an unopened Archangel Marvel Legends that I don't plan to open anytime soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed the collection update video. Let me know in the comments below if you think any other figures I'm missing would make my display stand out a bit more. But thanks for watching, guys. See you later.